Balake. Where is Balake at?
My name's Blake.
Do you want to go to war, Balake? I'm for real. Ron.
Ron is here, everyone. I am joined once again by Relatable Reese. How's it going?
Aaron, so good, brother. How's your life?
Pretty good. Can't complain. For any newcomers or anyone who might have been living in a cave or perhaps under a rock, you can find Reese's channel at Relatable Reese. I'll tell you, we just wanted to do a short stream this afternoon because Reese is going to be coming down here to Clearwater soon to help me do some of the Scientology audit live streaming in downtown Clearwater at Flag. And kind of like it wasn't until I was considering going out to LA to join the party out there that I was like, why would I do that before even trying to do it at the organization 5 minutes away from where I live? Like it was considering going out to LA that made me realize I was being a complete moron by not going to my local org. Similarly, you and I were talking about you coming out here and doing this with me. And we were like, well, you do also have an org near you in Kansas City. And we had a little conversation. And what I wanted to do was kind of have a public conversation for everyone who might be considering doing something like this, to kind of have the conversation that we had, but have it publicly. Like, you're kind of scared to go out there by yourself. I was scared to go out there, even not by myself. And so I just wanted to have a chat about it and also put out an official request for anyone in the greater Kansas City area who would like to accompany Reese. Whether you have a channel, don't have a channel, maybe you want to start a channel, maybe you don't want to live stream, but you just want to go along and help record and give Reese the footage afterwards. Anyone in the greater Kansas City area who would like to go down to the org with her and do some of these Scientology audit live streaming at the Kansas City org. How do people reach you on your channel who want to contact you?
They just usually reach out by email. And Lori's your mod. She's my mod too. Lori, can you throw that up, my email? Well, maybe Lori's not in here actually, but we've got some mods in here. Somebody can put it up. That would be great. The only thing, Aaron, I'll say about that is it's like my dog won't even go out to pee right now. It's like -16. So I'm not so sure.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm not willing. My health insurance isn't that good. And I don't know that I'm willing to lose fingertips to go stand in front of the org. However, I am willing to spend the money to come to you, brother. And I'm going to do that, I think, in 2 weeks. I'm going to come down for 4 or 5 days, and we're going to be roomies. We're going to do some streaming.
So wait, are you saying you're not going to go to the Kansas City org?
No, I want to go to the I'm a little scared to go. I'm not going to lie. I mean, I know the people there and they know me, but I do think it would be fun to do what we talked about earlier and, yell out, call them by name and say, we spotted Brenda. We're looking for Doug. We're looking for Doug in the wild. Somebody
That's right.
help me.
Or we're looking for Dan. The authorities would like to speak with him about,
I have
his
a fax
crimes.
machine I need repaired.
That's right. Yes. So just tell the people, what is it that makes you nervous about going out there to the org?
Well, I think you should share the same thing. It's just that little feeling of, I don't want to be alone doing it. Now, Jeff said he would go with me, but Jeff doesn't know a lot about Scientology. It would be just good to have, it would be good to be in numbers. Don't you agree? It would just feel better if you're going to stand out there and get frostbite. I want to do it as a group, as a whole. And I just think, honestly, it's a sore subject. I've only been out a year and I knew these people very well my whole entire life since I was born. So it's going to make me a little nervous to go, hey, Dan, hey, Maggie, hey, Kathy, whatever. And they look at me with, if looks could kill, I'd be dead.
Yeah. For me, it's funny. I think that for me, what made me feel like, oh boy, I don't know if I could do that, is that I know when I was still inside those walls, when I was on staff, I know how little I thought of people who would show up outside and do protests. I thought they were just the scum of the earth. I thought they were just pathetic, just absolutely, utterly pathetic, deluded losers with nothing better to do. That's how Scientologists think of those people.
That is correct.
And I think there was still a little part of me that was like, I wouldn't want them to think that of me. And that's hard to get over.
Feeling a little judged.
Yeah. And But I had the same thing back in the day when, you know, I've had my YouTube channel for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years or something like that. But I only turned on monetization on my channel a couple years ago. And one of the reasons I hadn't turned on monetization is I didn't want Scientology to be able to denigrate what I was doing by saying, oh, he's just doing it for the money. And that's a similar thing where I was still worried about what Scientologists would think of me.
Yes.
And it wasn't until I was like, well, wait a second. Doesn't that mean I'm still kind of giving them control over me if I'm regulating my behavior based on what they would think about it? And then eventually got to a point where it just seemed ridiculous to me.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that how it works just in general when you get that weird feeling? You're giving them power, basically, right? I mean, you're kind of giving them that to hold over you. And you're right, Aaron. I don't know that I feel that way. I judge those people probably more harshly than they judge me. I mean, they've done some serious crimes, right? I mean, the specific, not so much when I go to Flag, but the Kansas City org. I mean, there's a lot of underage stuff that went on with me. You know, putting me in the hospital type of deal. I don't really feel like they have power over me. I think it's just the nervousness of being alone doing it. And, you know, of course they're going to reject me, but I still think it'll be funny to go, hey, so-and-so, because I know their names. They're going to, of course, they're going to turn around and look, and that'll be kind of fun. I kind of look more forward to it than nervous about it. But what about Flag? When you go, do you recognize a bunch of people? Do you know them when you see their faces, or is it just random?
So I have recognized some people out there. So far, it hasn't been the Sea Org members that I've recognized. It's been the public. Because I was a public, I mean, I at least existed in the public ecosystem down here from 2006 to 2014. I mean, that's 8 years. So like, I know the Scientologists down here. I still know a lot of the Sea Org members, but the problem is we haven't actually even been seeing a lot of Sea Org members. They've been very, very effective at hiding everybody in the buildings. But yeah, the few people that we've seen, I've run into people that I've recognized, and the Sea Org members that we catch on the stream, people watching the stream have been able to identify them and recognize them. And I know that other than what I mentioned before about being like, oh, being a little concerned about how they would perceive what I was doing, I was very preoccupied with what is my approach going to be? What am I trying to say to people? What responses am I trying to elicit? What information do I want to bring to their attention? And right now I've just settled into my comfort zone of asking them about Danny Masterson.
Okay. So you're not really asking about course anymore?
No, that was just kind of a fun way to have banter with them. Because let's be real, Scientologists around the superpower building are going to assume that any other people around the super building are Scientologists. It's not the kind of building that someone would just like accidentally randomly walk by. So if you're standing outside that building, people are going to assume you're a Scientologist. And I just wanted to have banter with them that would, I guess, reinforce that perception with them. And so then I evolved to being like, oh, hey, can you help me with a Criminon video? And then be like, okay, so Criminon is our program for salvaging, you know, prisoners and criminals. Like they still think I'm one of them. And then I'd be like, so should Danny Masterson be declared for, you know, raping all those Scientologist women? And one guy even answered that question. And he was like, no, he should be salvaged. And I go, oh, okay. Well, what about the OSA staff members who covered up his crimes? Should they be declared or should they be salvaged as well? And that's when he walked away.
I can't believe you got an answer. That's impressive.
We have a new strategy, though. We have a new strategy.
Well, what is it?
It hasn't worked yet, but we haven't tried it yet. We haven't had a chance to. It's pretending to do tone scale spotting drills where two people go out and one person's holding a clipboard and you practice spotting people on the tone scale. But in order to spot them on the tone scale, you're supposed to ask them questions designed to sort of throw them off a little bit. And so what we want to do is one person holds a clipboard and I want to go, hey, we're doing a video on tone scale spotting. Can you help us? And I'm hoping they'll be like, oh yeah, sure. I'll do it.
Can you do that? Is that legal?
Of course it's legal. Okay.
Oh, I'm doing that.
So then the first question would be, what's the most obvious thing about me? Because that's the first question on tone scale spotting. What's the most obvious thing about me? And then they'll just give whatever answer. Because every Scientologist is used to answering that question.
Yes, of course.
And then the second question is, should Danny Masterson be declared for raping all those women? Now, here's the thing. Since you're doing tone scale spotting And Scientologists know that you're supposed to ask weird questions on this drill.
That's all
They
Scientology is.
They might actually still answer that question. And
Oh, yeah.
and
That's
so then
genius.
so then the next follow-up question would be, so what about should the OSA staff members who covered up his crimes also be declared? And who cares if they walk away? For me, so anyway, that's where I've got, that's the point.
Oh my God.
That's the point that this has evolved to so far, but it's not working. We could not even find anyone last night. Actually, that's not true. We did find about 5 or 6 people, but they all did not speak English. Once they spoke Turkish, one spoke Japanese. The other one was Taiwanese.
Oh,
But
wow.
yeah, security guards run from us like you wouldn't believe. It's incredible.
Well, I'm coming in 2 weeks. We're gonna have some fun. I also wanted to ask you about that. Could you and I go to a different random org where they don't know who we are? Could we walk in and get away with it for at least 10 minutes? Could we say we're
Well, the thing is-
Scientologists? Like, could I be like, I'm a Scientologist from Kansas City? Like, could I do that like I would when I was a Scientologist?
Well, we could do it, but I don't know if we could do it while videoing without. Like, I don't know if there would be a point in doing it without videoing. Do you mean doing it while videoing or not videoing?
Yeah, I would want to video it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Now,
couldn't get away with that.
now the only other org in the area is Tampa. So the Tampa is already going to know who I am. I'm sure they're going to know who you are too.
Oh, that makes me feel
Um,
special. I just wondered. And then could we also, yeah, okay, they know who you are at this point. I was going to say it would be fun to be outside and pretend like we're doing a drill of some sort like that. Like you said, that drill, but also like, what if you were doing a loss of a person assist on me? Like, and just walking around.
If we just walked around the base doing a
And you were
locational
pointing things. Yes, like pointing
something.
things out, and you had your clipboard, that would be so much fun.
Or if we pretended to be doing walkabout objective processes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Touch that hand railing. Good. Touch your butt cheek. Good.
Oh my God. We could just have so much. And we could be doing it actually while live streaming. We could confuse the hell
Yes.
out of people.
We could
be
drill
walking
cars.
You could be walking around with a clipboard. I could be walking around. Well, no, we want to do it both live streaming, right? We could somehow figure this out. We could somehow
can't you,
figure
like,
this
get
out.
some piece of gear that like hooks your phone to something so that we can hold it securely without having to hold it?
Well, we can, if you hold, maybe we just hold it. One of us has to be holding the clipboard.
Wait a minute. This is dumb. What about our good friends that are going to come with us? What about Barbara? What about Tampa B-Man? She would hold my phone for me and stream, and we could get somebody to hold it for you. I forgot
There
that we
you
have
go.
friends. I totally
forgot that
about
I
the
don't
people that,
have to be the one holding the camera.
that's right. We're
That's
the talent, brother.
right.
I guarantee you, Barbara would stand there and hold our phones. She could do it on both. She would do it.
Right. Yeah, this could be a lot.
You get to
of
bring a
fun.
clipboard and you do a loss of a person assist on me, and I'll do a locational. And I think we should just get back into the old days of it. Let's shine. We know what we're
we
doing.
got to get clever. We got to get clever. We got to have fun with it. So, guys, to see all the Scientology audit live streaming you can handle in Kansas City and Clearwater. Obviously, you're watching on my channel. Some of you are watching on REESE's right now too. But if you're watching on my channel, be sure to subscribe over to Relatable REESE.
I'm almost at 19,000.
Oh, are you? What's it at? I'm 18.4. Okay, good.
Yeah,
right.
getting
All
close. Yeah, thanks for having me. I know you got to go, but I will be. See, I knew it. She's here. Barbara, she would do it. She would love to.
Barbara's
really
Barbara's been coming out with us almost every night when we go downtown to live stream. She's been fantastic.
Yeah, I love her. Love her. So let's plan to do some TRs, get my guest room ready, and I'm coming in a couple weeks. I was actually asked you before the live stream. I'm going to book the tickets right now.
That's right. So you're coming out here in a couple weeks. I know, hopefully I can convince the TikTok squirrel. What do they call them? Oh, someone just told me the awesome new name. It's not the squirrel bunch. The squirrel. Oh, hold on. I have to go to my comments. Kill some dead air for me. I've got to pull up my comments and find.
Oh, I forgot you don't like dead air.
Quick,
guys, this
do
is
something.
exciting.
Say something.
Okay. Red leather, yellow leather. Unique New York. Unique New York. That was Ron Burgundy.
The Squirrel
guys,
Squad. The Squirrel Squad.
And who is that?
The TikTok army. I think they're calling themselves the Squirrel Squad. So
Cute.
the TikTok Squirrel Squad. I love it. It's adorable.
Sounds like a great time. Okay, thanks for having me. Subscribe if you feel up for it, guys. And I love you all. I'm going to go do a live on my own channel.
Yeah, this has just been a short one. This is already my 4th live stream for the day. I'm going to do one with Serge Del Mar here shortly. And then, of course, we're going to do the live streaming from downtown Clearwater. So, guys, eventually YouTube just stops sending out notifications, just so you know.
Because you're such a big deal?
No. I mean, once you do more than like 3 or 4 videos a day, they're like, okay, pump the brakes, buddy. We don't need that much.
I'll never
We
know
don't
what
need to
that's
send
like.
out that many notifications for you.
I don't have that kind of time anyway. Hey, what's the weather like there? What do I need
It's
to
like
pack
65, 70 degrees.
Seriously?
Yeah, at night it's getting down to like low 50s, but in the day it's like 70s.
Okay,
For real.
so you don't
this
need
is
like
Florida.
Wow, I'm thinking about moving there. So look around, see what's for sale.
There you go.
Okay, thanks again,
All right,
guys.
y'alls. Have a great afternoon. Talk to you guys soon.
Okay,
Bye.
if you want to see my rock and roll songs, click right on this guitar. And if you want to see a different one of my videos, then you could click